Our next guest is Dr. Arpan Bhatt, and I would request my co-host Nitin David to introduce Dr. Arpan Bhatt.
Thank you, Avneet. And it gives me immense pleasure to introduce Dr. Arpan Bhatt, who is a Program Director at Advanced Center for Yoga Education and Research, Gujarat, Ayurveda University, Jamnagar. Director at Maharshi Patanjali Institute for Yoga Naturopathy, Education and Research, Gujarat, Ayurveda University. Experienced academician, clinician, and research worker in the field of alternative medicine, senior executive, and a visionary entrepreneur. So please give a big hand once again to Dr. Bhatt. Thank you.
My pranams to all the radiant selves present in this arena at this moment. Actually, I have just delivered before few moments, and once again I am back. My previous speakers, they have already said what I was supposed to say. So it's a very big question that what should I say? But one thing I would definitely like to share with all of us over here, that Bhargavji also said, everybody said, the science of yoga. Actually, I would like to say the science and art of yoga. Because when Hatpradipika said, Utsahas Sahasat Dhairyat, that word Sahasat has been used to denominate one particular aspect for attaining better condition in yoga. Why Sahas is required? Because on one hand it says, Patanjali ji also says, Prayatna Shaithilya. The previous says that there should not be more efforts, prayasa should not be there, according to Hatpradipika also. But then what makes you successful in yoga? Their sahas has been used. Now probably this sahas is required to come across and endure many such experiences which probably you might have never thought of, that will come to you when you walk on the path of yoga. This is probably the ambiguity of this art, that while you are doing any particular phase of pranayama or you are doing a particular asana, you come up with such experience which you have never thought of. So when this art and science of yoga is being popularized, there are traditional teachers who have gone through a particular tradition, a particular school, and there are some like me who have not gone under any traditional school but yet trying to teach. For them and for people like me, there has to be one such demarcation that how and in which manner we should teach, because after I completed my lecture, there were few queries which came to me regarding the style of practices. And there are so many styles. Every style has got its own importance, that why that particular style was developed, from where it was developed, and how it was to be proceeded further. So all of us who are trying to teach this wonderful science, let us all keep this in mind, that we should deliver the most scientific aspects about doing one thing or not doing the other thing. Sometimes when we are not able to explain or when we don't deliver these things, then there are so many confusions in the mind of people, and then what one person has learned from us, it will go to the another, because this again is our psychology. Because I ate Ceridone when I had a headache, I will definitely suggest Ceridone to somebody who has headache. Why? Because it cured me. Now sometimes this is not truth always. So with these words, with a caution towards propagation, because when some things become very much popular and start propagating faster, there are always some disadvantages also which follow. And in the science of yoga, when we are talking about its therapeutic utility, we have also to keep in mind the iatrogenic problems which can be generated by misuse or unjudicious use of this science. Pandit Radheshyamji has entrusted me with a task. World over, we find so many days being celebrated, the Rose Days and the Valentines and Thanksgiving and the fathers and the mothers, and all such days are so much popular. But there seems to be a lacuna when we say about the science of yoga. So, a yoga summit which was called upon in 2011 December at Bengaluru, India, and many eminent personalities gathered over there in this summit, and they all decided we all also can have our votes to that the World Yoga Day is the day of global yoga practice, the day of human evolution and of the human DNA's evolution, a day of 24 hours without bloodshed throughout the entire planet, the day of life, of light and of the intelligence that should preside life, day of sustainability, of the preservation of the ecosystems and of planet Earth. It's the day of human enlightenment and of its connection to the creative spark of the universe and of the cosmic human consciousness. The ancient yoga lineages and yoga institutions and their sanctified representatives and their illustrious directors gathered in this summit in Bengaluru 2011 December proclaim the realization of the World Yoga Day to be celebrated on the solstice of June 21st, a cosmic auspicious. May the World Yoga Day be celebrated by all the ancient yoga lineages of India and by the true yoga schools and their practitioners in the entire planet on this auspicious day. May the Yoga Darshana be incorporated as a practice of humanity, increasing health, pure energy, tolerance, fraternity, the love for life, personal and world peace, the planet's protection, inspiration, lucidity, the human evolution and intellectual enlightenment, reinforcing the hyper-connection to the cosmic creative surroundings, providing that may be a future, and may it be bright, and that yoga may be integrated in human education of all those who wish to benefit from it in all the continents. May the World Yoga Day, celebrated on the solstice of June 21st, become an official in UNESCO and UN for humankind's enlightenment, for personal and universal peace, for human cosmic consciousness. May I ask that do we proclaim this day of 21st June to be celebrated as the World Yoga Day? I do agree to it. I didn't see all the hands go up. Thank you very much. This is known as motivation. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Bhatt. Yes, thank you very much for enriching us on striking a wonderful balance between advantages and disadvantages of scientific yoga, plus the prescribed chart of what it should be about the World Yoga Day.